Hello, my dear folks. Welcome to the show. My name is Jack Chow on the East West Show with Proud under the big umbrella of G&E TV. At G&E TV, we pay attention to everything. Of course, politics comes to number one. Politics are not people say politics are the toys of politicians. Well, sometimes they are right, sometimes they are wrong. But in a country under this beautiful flag called democracy, we are not saying that they are toys for the politicians only. They are toys of ours because they are guidelines, they are our lifelines. So I recall the last time at the show with my good friend, the great leader, mayor of West Covina, beautiful city where I applied to, we talked about democracy. And of course, several issues, and we're talking about at the very end, when we approached to the very end, almost closing time, we touched that issue. We decided, okay, let's do another show. That was about a month ago, right?
Yes.
So now, once again, my pleasure to have the honor of being attended by my beloved Mayor Sykes of West Covina. So I would say seriously, welcome to the show again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being here with you again.
All right.
And
I'm once again flattered. It's a privilege, right?
It's mutual.
It's privilege. It's
mutual.
privilege. Yeah,
It's
to
mutual.
me, it's a privilege.
Yes.
The headquarters of EDI of G&E TV are situated here in the very city, and we started here. We developed here. We're growing here, and we decided to be here. I don't see any reason of moving anywhere. As you call upon, if you buy a box of cigarettes, please buy West Covina.
Yes, we ask all our residents to,
that's
before
why
they
we
go
choose to stay.
anyplace else,
Yeah.
think.
Exactly.
Because the money you spend comes back
All right,
to you.
sure.
Because through your
Very
taxes,
good, very good.
for
And
gas,
sure.
Housing, everything you buy, food, clothing, everything you buy
All right.
has a taxes, and that's what funds and fuels the city to keep us with our parks,
Sure, exactly.
our sewers, our streets, our police, our fire, everything the
You
city
name
does.
it. You
and
name
so
it.
that's why I asked them before they go to another location outside of West Covina. First, check Google, look and see what can I buy in West Covina. Is it here that I may want to go someplace else and get? Always check your home place first because it comes back.
A very,
to support
very,
you.
very good thing to report to my dear mayor is that I answer your call.
Thank you.
Just shortly after we did that show, I made my second lease, another lease of car.
Thank you.
Of a Cadillac.
Yes.
At a Crestview? Crestview
yes,
Cadillac
right
on
along the
West
freeway.
Covina.
Right.
And I'm driving it. I did my purchase in West Covina, and the money will come back to the city.
Exactly.
Right?
It comes
so
back.
to answer the call. All right, good. Well, of course, economy is not the issue, not the subject for today. We'll talk about another time. But right now, we're talking about the concept of being equal, right? Equality is a huge word. Under the flag of our Constitution, we the people, regardless of color of skin, regardless of the color of your hair, regardless of your sex, your preferences of whatever. So we are the people, supposed to be treated equally, right? So.
Yes.
Me wearing a face of Asian American, and you wearing a face of African American. We are now here talking about each other, talking about this big issue,
Right.
sharing our concept with our audience. That itself indicates a big step. Am I right?
Absolutely. Because first of all, as the mayor of West Covina, I am the first black, I'm the first African American, first descendant of slaves to be the mayor of the city of West Covina. First to be on the city council, first to be mayor pro tem, and now first to be mayor.
That itself deserves a round of big applause. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
The city was founded since 1923, and we've had a history of African Americans living in the city, and but I'm the first to actually be the leader, elected leader of the city. And we're speaking of democracy. That was not possible a few years back, even in the 60s. That's not far away. Even in the 60s.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
so what are we talking about? Why would that not be possible for me to be here? Because if I couldn't vote, then that means I couldn't run for office.
You don't have a voice.
Exactly. And so just that change with Martin Luther King and President Lyndon Baines Johnson, they worked to get that change. But see, the funny thing about America, you know, we have the power situation, and those that have power and money, and those who have very little, if none. And when it comes to money and power, they're both power, same thing. Money, power, same thing. And so you fast forward to the idea of what is democracy, what is written in the Constitution. But however, it oftentimes it's about the interpretation and who is doing the interpreting.
All right, you're right.
Okay,
you're right.
It's
you're
the
absolutely
interpretation
right.
because the Constitution is a beautiful instrument.
You are absolutely
It's a beautiful
right.
tool. If you just go by the Constitution about fairness and everybody being treated equal, it's written there.
All right. Okay.
But as you trickle down, as you work your way down from the framers of that and who interprets that, meaning our Supreme Court.
Yeah, you're right.
And the judges, and also our elected officials, from the president to Congress, they all have a profound effect on us.
Yes.
And so when people go, why should I vote? Why should I vote? That is the essence of why you should vote, right there, because you are selecting. Your vote is about trust, and who you are going to trust to be your voice. Who are you going to trust to interpret the laws, the Constitution in particular?
All right.
And so we have a country that's in constant influx. That's why the Constitution, and we talked about that earlier, why our laws need to be alive. They evolve because they have to change because
Evolve is
people
the key
change.
word. Yes, you're right.
People change. And so here it is now. You have you interviewing me as an official in your company, EDI. Then you have myself as a elected official, the mayor of West Covina.
All right.
Well, when this country was founded, when that Constitution was written, they didn't have us in mind.
Oh yeah, of
They
course,
really didn't
of
have
course,
us in
of course.
mind.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
But they
yeah.
did have fairness in mind. They did have fairness in
And
mind.
then there came the interpreter of the terms.
Thank you.
Of the sentences.
Thank you.
In other words, the key thing is that who interprets
Exactly.
right the terms.
The who interpret the what's phrased there,
right.
what's written there.
All right.
Because when
Very
you read
good.
the Constitution, you say, well, it says
Sure,
right here we're
sure.
supposed to be able to vote.
Yeah.
Why do we have to work so hard as people of color, African Americans in particular? Why do we have to work so hard to get the vote? Because all the way down from the Supreme Court and all the way down to where I am locally, you have various levels of interpretation of the law.
Sure.
And in the 60s, by the time it got down to what was done traditionally for 500 years, 400 or 500 years of slavery and so forth, that tradition means that those people who were denoted as slaves had no power. They could not vote, even though the Constitution said we could. But the local officials said, "Oh no, you can't do that." So we had to work our way all the way back up. We had to matriculate all the way with wording and ideas and thoughts and said, "This is not fair." It says it right here in the Constitution.
Yeah.
And it took us all those years to get that to happen.
And generation after generation.
Generation after generation.
And evolution after evolution with the laws.
Of the interpretation.
With
Because the law was always there.
The interpretations of the laws, of the Constitution.
Yes, sir.
To get to the point.
To get to the point where now everybody in America could vote.
That sounds to me that you really hit the nail on the head. The point is that we do have the Constitution written
there.
black and white.
Fair.
And nobody even dares to change even a comma of it.
Right.
right? Now, that's it. Yeah. That's it. Yet, who interprets the terms, the phrases, whatever, is the thing. Exactly. To give you an example, correct me if wrong, because I'm no politician at all. I have nothing, no background in any politics. Anything poly, I have nothing to do. Even polyesters.
All right.
Anyway, right now, let's take a short break.
All right.
And it looks like we are touching the core of,
we got to get down.
Of the issue, right?
Yes.
And we want to get ready for that. My dear audience, today is one of the very, very rare moments. Not only do I get the chance to talk to a beloved mayor, but also we are talking about the subject. We're touching the core value of the subject, which is equality, versus races, versus color, versus culture, versus any kind of background issues. So stay with us, please. Be serious. We'll be right back.